the arms. Again, front. Bending that supporting knee. And back.
Big breaking TV. Fuck the prime time, bitch.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Twisted Locker, your definitive horror podcast. And today we're going all the way back to the 1980s. Some would say the last great decade for music, movies, and fashion. Jenks?
No, I don't think so. Piano.
Piano note. Right, so what we've got our top 10 favourite 80s movies of all time, horror. Jenks has got his top 10, I've got my top 10, and we're just going to reel them from 10th to 1st. Obviously, our lists are going to be different. I don't know what he's got. He doesn't know what I got. And just remember, guys, if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe.
Okay, so my number 10 spot. Let me cock that up straight away. Number one.
The easiest part, Jenks.
It was ruthless, this list was. So I'm sure people will moan because I've left loads of classics out, but it's personal to me. There's loads of better films. But number 10 is Stephen King's Pet Sematary, directed by Mary Lambert. I think this is one of Stephen King's best. It's kind of underrated. A lot of people slag it off, but it is a cracking horror film. Definitely.
Good pick, Jenks. I don't actually have that one on my top 10, but if I maybe did a top 15, top 20, I could slide it in there somewhere. Yeah. Right, 10th place, I've got John Carpenter's 1980 ghost classic, The Fog. This is absolutely one of my favourite movies of all time. I hated putting this one at 10, but something had to go to the bottom, and I just love the rest a little bit more. But The Fog has to go on my top spot.
I think I'll have to give it another rewatch because I haven't seen it for a while. Okay, at number 9, another classic, and it's Hellraiser, 87's Hellraiser, directed and written by Clive Barker. In your background, you've got Pinhead, created one of the best monsters ever, and it is wicked. It's the first one's the best. It goes off the cliff pretty fucking quick.
Do you know what? I got Pinhead, but I haven't even got Hellraiser in my top 10.
See, it's going well so far. I was hoping we'd have different ones. We haven't discussed it. I wanted a surprise, so I'm liking it so far.
The great taste of 100% pure Minute Maid orange juice.
This list was so hard, honestly. I put so many in and then took them out and replaced it with someone else. And right, what are we on? 9?
9.
Right, in 9th place, I've got our recently reviewed George Romero zombie classic, Day of the Dead from 1985. I don't need to say much about this one. Go back and watch your previous video. We're both massive fans of this movie.
Yeah, good choice. Number 8 for me is Poltergeist, Toby Hooper's classic. Nice. It's one of the best ghost films ever. It's creepy, it's original, and I love it. Yeah, even the second one's pretty good.
That film lives and breathes 80s.
Yes.
There isn't a film that looks more 80s than that film.
No, you're right.
The newest Flex, extra body shampoo and extra...
Right, in 8th place, this was a hard one, right? Because it was a toss-up between the first and second one, and I've got Demons 2 from 1986. Huge fan of both movies. I love them both. The first one's a bit nastier and is a lot more action, but the second one, I just love the setting, and I think the transformations are better. Yes. So in 8th place, I've got Lamberto Bava's Demons 2.
It didn't make the cut. It was on my list. And Demons 1 wasn't, so I agree with you. In 7th place, Day of the Dead. Jaws.
Nice.
I'm surprised yours was higher, but it is a tough list. Yes, again, we've done that video. What's that? Number 7.
It was higher at one point, but oh my God.
Yeah, you got to be ruthless.
Right, where are we? 7th?
7th.
Right, in 7th place, I've got my favourite slasher movie of all time, and I've got Friday the 13th Part 4, The Final Friday. We've got Tom Savini, some of his best work. It's my favourite Jason and my favourite slasher movie of all time. This one, again, was higher, but I had to drop it down a few, but this one deserves to be on any top 10.
Right. It can't be your favourite, really, because it's called The Final Chapter, not The Final Friday, okay? You're a shit fan, and you have to admit it. Number 9 is called The Final Friday, right? Get it right,
Oh, give me a break here. There's too many of them, man. There's too many Fridays.
Right. Number 6 is Lost Boys. Enough said. It's a fucking brilliant film. And I like it to be further up, but something had to go, and it's just kept getting pushed. But yeah, I can't say much more. That's a vampire classic, and it's from the director of Batman and Robin. Oh, I mean, how the fuck did that happen? Yeah.
Right, cracking pick. Right. Sixth place.
6, yeah.
It's hard keeping up with these numbers.
I know.
Sixth place. I've got David Cronenberg's classic 1986 The Fly.
Yeah.
Again, I don't need to say much about this one. It's one of the most iconic movies ever made, and it is the best, if not the greatest remake of all time.
Yep.
Huge fan of this film.
Yeah, good choice. Right. Number 5, Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Nice.
Again, we've reviewed this, a full one. It is one of the best horror films ever made. It created one of the greatest, if not the greatest, horror icons, Freddy Krueger. Nothing more I can say about that. It's just a fucking classic.
Right. Nightmare on Elm Street was left on the chop in room 4. Yeah, I know. Do you know what?
Do you know Street Trash is on this fucking list? I'm done.
I love Nightmare on Elm Street, right? And if I did have Nightmare on Elm Street on here, it would have been the third one. That's my favourite one. But again, all the movies I've got on this list, I just like more than Nightmare on Elm Street.
You're telling people too much. They
No,
know
I'm not.
now Elm Street's not on there, and Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is not on there. People are like
Jenks,
on the edge of the seats.
No one is
biting their
waiting
nails.
with bated breath. Our 100 viewers aren't going to care, right?
So, they're holding hands like that, like in the fight, like in the last episode of Truman Show, where everybody's like, "Oh my god!"
What do you mean do? Make a list at the end of all the films you picked that I didn't pick, and then go back and say what I wanted to say. Like,
Look, you're doing it wrong, all right? Okay, I got to correct you. Right. What are we on now? I lost my train of right. Number 4. What? You're going to say something?
No, 5th. This is the 5th pick now.
Oh, have you done one? Sorry, Elm Street. Sorry.
No. Yes, yours is Elm Street, 5th one. Right.
These will get better, I promise.
In 5th place, I've got Stanley Kubrick's mesmerising masterpiece, The Shining, which came out in 1980 with the iconic Jack Nicholson playing Jack Torrance. Again, we've done plenty of videos in this one. We don't need to say much, but this one breaks into the top 5 for me.
Yeah. Okay, number 4, An American Werewolf in London. One of the best horrors ever. The best werewolf film ever. It's just fact. It's not subjective. Something just better than other things. Yeah. I can't say much more on this. We'll do a video on American Werewolf in London one day. But it is an amazing movie. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Jenks.
Do you know me? I won a few gold medals.
Right, in 4th place, I've got it a bit higher than you had it, and I've got Joel Schumacher's classic Lost Boys from 1987. And this one deserved to be in the top 5, Jenks. Absolute shame on you, pal. Shame on you.
I know. Yeah, but you might change your mind when you find out my number 3 is The Shining. Yeah, I couldn't leave that out.
There we are.
You know, that is, again, everybody knows how awesome it is, and it deserves to be at least in the top 10. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, it had to be.
What's your number 3?
Right, my number 3 is my favorite anthology movie of all time, and one of my favorite horrors of all time. I've got 1982's Creepshow from George Romero and Stephen King. I am an absolute die-hard fan of this movie. It's something I go back to a lot. My living room is littered with Creepshow memorabilia. I'm just a huge fan of everything bar
cockroaches.
the Shudder series.
My living room's littered with cockroaches and green moss.
Green moss.
Yeah, I love it. Keep it in. I like this film, but you know the stories are a bit naff. Every story's about fucking revenge, and somebody comes back as a zombie. Yeah, I don't.
It's about the aesthetic, though, Jenks. The comic book 80s aesthetic.
Yes, yes. Well, I would say
they're
good
not Oscar-winning stories, you know.
I can't quite believe it got ahead of fucking Lost Boys and The Shining, but there we are.
Wait there now. We said at the start that this is our personal top 10. Yeah,
and I'm personally slagging you off. Okay, right. We're in the big boys now. Number 2, Evil Dead 2. Didn't make the top spot, but it was close. But it's fucking awesome. Can't say much more about Evil Dead 2, one of the best horrors. Ash Williams, iconic. Can't say much more than that. It's awesome.
I'm going to say in joint first place.
No,
No,
you can't do that.
no, I'm not.
Yeah, sinking
Number
in.
2, I've got Evil Dead 2. Again,
Yay!
it's hard for me, right, to say Evil Dead 2 is at number 2 and not number 1 because this is one of my ultimate movies. I'm a huge fan of the franchise, as you know. But I couldn't get it to that number 1 spot.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Right. My number 1, if people know me, probably know where it is. It's Return of the Living Dead, 1985's awesome zombie film by Dan O'Bannon. I love this film. I know it's not as good as The Shining, right? I know that, okay? I'm fine by that. I just absolutely love it. It's the only film, and I mean the only film, and maybe Wolf of Wall Street, I can watch. I can have only a few months apart. I'm not somebody who can just watch a film every week or every year sometimes, but this is the only one. If I stuck it on today, it just has an effect on me, and I love it. I love the music, the zombies, everything, and it was always going to be my number 1 spot, always.
Yeah, you're too predictable. I seen that coming a mile off, Janks.
No, let me think what your top spot could be.
My hidden poster. This is a secret hidden poster that no one's seen yet.
Yeah, because
you're gonna get the reveal now. Number 1 spot. My favorite movie of all time, and I've got John Carpenter's claustrophobic masterpiece, The Thing. I absolutely love this movie. It started my love for horror, started my love for Kurt Russell, for cinema. It's the first movie I watched where I was fascinated by the score, the music, the shots, the acting, everything. It was the first movie that just took everything I love about movies and put it in one film. And I've loved this film ever since I was small. And it's one I go back to all the time.
Yeah.
The ultimate movie, The Thing.
Yeah, good one. Good choice.
Right, so that wraps it up, guys. What do you think of our top 10s? I know mine's better than Jenks, right?
No way.
So let us know what you think in the comments. Even go as far as put your own top 10 in the comments. I'd love to see
good
them.
idea.
I would love to see everyone's top 10 80s horror movies, guys. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.